Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Um, if you're new, or you've been living under a rock, or you just don't follow this game, that's okay. I'll keep you up to speed. Um, a couple of weeks, or I shouldn't even say a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago, uh, Gameloft, the developers behind Disney Speedstorm, gave us a community pit stop, which are really just updates regarding what's currently happening in the game or for the future of the game. So this was a future update to be had, and essentially what they said was the upcoming season, which is season 7, golden passes, which are really just battle passes for any live service game you ever played, will no longer be able to be obtained using tokens, which is the in-game currency that players can grind out to then exchange for battle passes, which is golden passes. So with that change, it literally affects the whole player base because from my knowledge, my opinion, and whoever I talk to in this community, we're all on the same boat in the sense that we grind out ranked multiplayer, which is the game mode where you obtain tokens to then exchange them for season passes. So majority of the player base was doing this. However, they came out with a study, and the study said that since the game launched with early access, which was last year this time around, um, the battle pass was only completed by 17% of the player base. So with that said, they decided the best course of action was to penalize the other 83% of players who didn't finish the battle pass instead of making it easier to complete the battle pass. So mind you, everyone was able to obtain the battle pass before, whether you're free to play or you paid or you were grandfathered in with early access. Now they're saying, well, because free to play players or majority of the player base doesn't even complete the golden pass, we'll just make the golden pass something that you have to pay for. In what sense is that good business practice? It doesn't incentivize new players coming to your game because now they know you got to pay to get your way in. As if the changes to this game lately haven't made it abundantly clear that this game was pay to win, because certain single player modes like season tour, where you go through the whole season completing racer based missions. Some of these races were locked behind certain characters that you needed to complete to get the rewards tied behind them. So certain characters like Steamboat Pete or Steamboat Mickey, some of the rarest characters in the game, you didn't have them. You weren't getting rewards tied behind their races. Characters like Belle, characters like Daisy Duck or Minnie Mouse. Yeah, good luck. You are not getting these missions completed, and you are missing out on a bunch of rewards because of it, which the community has been complaining about since the inception of free to play, which has been about 5 months now. So nothing has really changed in that regard. And now you're telling us that you can no longer play the game how you want to and get the golden pass by having options, whether you want to spend with your real money or grind out the game for in-game currency to then exchange for the battle pass. So they just left you with one option completely. You have to pay and that's it. But following that announcement, if you follow gaming, there's been articles from Kotaku, IGN, and the like covering this story because the community was in uproar, rightfully so. This is bad business practice for any company to do, especially a live service free-to-play game. If you play any live service game, especially if it's free-to-play, you know that you can use in-game currency to probably get obtain the battle pass, or you just pay for it. But the worst case in this situation was the battle pass wasn't just one battle pass you have to grind out now. It was split into two. So essentially now you have to pay double for what you used to, and you only had one option of doing that, which was paying real money. You could not grind out the in-game currency, which is tokens, to get 2 battle passes. They said no, you got to pay and that's it. So they penalized everyone. I guess everyone except for players who actually spend money in this game, which there's nothing wrong with that because they help keep the game alive. However, majority of us players, we don't mind grinding out if we feel rewarded from doing that just to get the battle pass. But then you strip that from us. So what do you leave us with? Well, because of that, the community was in shambles, and I guess they heard us and they took feedback, and a couple days ago they said they'd give us another update, which is today, April 17th. And with that, this is what they say in this new community pit stop. The feedback of our community is invaluable to us, and we would like to acknowledge and thank everyone that took the time to share their concerns over the upcoming changes to the Golden Pass. After the latest community pit stop, we heard from players who had previously purchased tokens with the intention of using them to unlock the premium tier for future Golden Passes. We are making the adjustment that players will be able to purchase Golden Pass credits from the in-game shop for 990 tokens each. The option to purchase these Golden Pass credits with tokens will be available until May 16th. A single Golden Pass credit can be used to unlock the premium tier of the Golden Pass for either Part 1 or Part 2 of any future season, including the upcoming Season 7. We'd like to thank our community for their continued patience and understanding. We greatly appreciate your ongoing support and dedication to Disney Speedstorm. So, as you can see, you heard what they said. My thoughts on the matter is, no, they did not walk this back. This is still going to affect us. And when I mean us, I mean free-to-play players. This is still going to affect the player base that plays this game free-to-play, which is majority. I like to think that it's the 83% that they, at least the 83% that they gave us in their studies. But even then, I'm one of that 17% of players that finishes the Golden Pass every season without having to pay for it. So I'd like to think that out of that 17% that completed, like I said in my last video, 12% is actually free to play. So when you add that 12% to that 83%, that gives us 95% of players who actually do the Golden Pass free to play. So, okay, UAG, what does this mean? It means essentially that they're catering to the 5% of the player base that keep this game alive. And the 95% of the players who play for free in some way or shape or form is getting penalized because of this. Granted, they do give you just a little under a month till May 16th to grind out as much tokens you can through ranked multiplayer to then exchange these tokens for Golden Pass credits, which again you can then exchange for Golden Passes in the future. However, my thoughts behind this is, how do we know that in exchanging our tokens for Golden Pass credits, that they don't limit us to the amount of Golden Pass credits we can exchange at any given time? So for instance, in the shop currently, you can use season coins, another currency in the game, for those who don't know or don't even play this game. Another currency in the game where you can then get racer shards for Daisy Duck, and it costs 50k a box, or 50k per time per time you want to exchange them, right? So 50k every time you open her box to get her racer shards to either unlock her or rank her up, level her up. However, you can only do this twice, so that leaves you with 100k going into her box and only being able to do this twice in a season. If you had 1 million season coins, for instance, doesn't matter that you could do this essentially 20 times. You were limited to the 2 times you could do this. So then that would leave you with 900,000 season coins, right? So let's say if you wanted to purchase or exchange tokens for the next 3 seasons, and if we did the math, that would be about 6 credits that you'd have to exchange. So I'm just pulling out my calculator here. 990 multiplied by 6 would give you 5,940 tokens. Excuse me. However, which obviously that's just under 6K in tokens. However, if you then had to, sorry about my dogs in the background. If you then, however, had to divide that by 3, that'd give you, like I said earlier, 1980. However, it'll be a longer grind to get to 1980 than it was for 990, because now you're doing it 2 times for just 1 golden pass, essentially. I know it's split into 2, but it's pretty much just 1. Who's to say the rewards aren't even worse now that it's split into 2 game loft here, right? So a longer grind for probably the same golden pass, and then on top of that, what if you're limited to how many golden passes you can get, or how many golden pass credits you can get? So let's say, for instance, they only limit you to getting 2 credits, right? Then you're left with only getting 1 battle pass. What if they limit you to getting 6 golden pass credits? Well, they already do this when you want to purchase character shards for a different racer, right? They limit you to getting their shards 6 times on their box. So what if you want to exchange your tokens and you go in the shop and you can only exchange it 6 times? Well, that only gives you 3 seasons, which is worth just under 6K in tokens. So is that really time worth spent? I don't think so. And honestly, because they never really went into specifics on how many times you can obtain the golden pass credits, I can only speculate based on what they said here, but it doesn't seem promising to me that they'll allow us to do this unlimited amount of times, because they know there are some players who were grandfathered in from early access who have a massive amount of tokens that they could use in their disposal to get as many golden pass credits as possible, which obviously would benefit them because they spent money on this game. They purchased this game before it was even available free to play. So I guess to them that doesn't matter, but to anyone else, this doesn't benefit you. Free to play, I'm talking about you, talking about us, because I'm in that category. It doesn't benefit us because, like I said, it doesn't tell us if there's going to be a limit to how many credits we can exchange for. And even then, we grind out, we exchange them as many as we can. Let's say if there's no cap. After May 16, it doesn't change the fact that you're going to have to pay for the battle pass going forward, the golden pass. Honestly, this is like 2 steps going forward and 5 steps back. Yeah, they please us for the time being. They give us, they shut us up, the community, for a month. And then after that, we're back right where we started, unfortunately. And yeah, this game will probably last for the entire season. But after that, when everyone knows that you have to pay for the battle pass, how many people are going to stay after that? And that's for another video. But I appreciate everyone coming, stopping by, and hearing me out on this topic. I know I've been covering this lately for the past couple of days, past videos, and I appreciate everyone's support. And I appreciate if you can like, comment, possibly, and subscribe, because it helps with the algorithm, and it also shows YouTube that my content is enjoyable and that you guys care to watch. And I appreciate your time. With that, I'll catch you guys in the next one, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you at the next one.